Hello guys, welcome to DIY Model. Today I am talking about something new. This guy, he sent me a message through my Facebook page, and basically he needed some help with a controller to be turned into by default it has some other ports. Probably it was from a console or so on like that, and basically he wanted to convert that from there to a USB. And let's see what he says. I have the phone on in my hand, and let's start recording. Yes. Now basically, what he wants to do. Uh, Now basically, what he want to do was turn that. As you can see, the images of the controller. It is very unique kind of it's not a USB, and we can see from more other stuff. And he has first sent me two pictures, and then he's saying, can you teach me, I want to attach this controller with a USB, only USB. And I asked him, thanks for your support, and can you describe more in depth as to you want to change from the original to USB and so on. And then he sent me a follow-up of images about the whole thing, and we can see that the controller has 5 cable, and the normal USB has 4 cable. And then he showing me the images next to each other, the USB and so on like that. And basically he's like, bro, I want to attach the cable with the USB cable control, but I don't know about how to attach. He's like, basically, can you give me some instruction on how to do it? And basically I said the timing and so on, that today there is going to be a video about the whole thing. And I spoke to him about this on Monday, I think so. Yeah, no, Tuesday was there. Yes, he sent me a message on Sunday, and basically the whole thing, you know. But asked him a few other questions and so on like that. But yes, now the thing is that controller probably provides an analog signal. There's a chance of that. Now the analog signals is very different from digital, and basically there's this image, and basically this is how it shows how analog and digital work. And basically, now this is an Arduino, and basically how this work is, it has a few digital pins and a few analog pins. And there's our main chip is this one, and that's a USB controller and so on. And these pins provide different things. There's a digital one and there's analog one. And you can get this on eBay very cheap. And basically what it does is you need a software called Arduino. You can Google that one too. And if you get it from the original from Arduino website and so on, you will be able to get some more information about the whole thing. And basically you're supporting the project too if you get it through their website. But if you are thinking of not because you think the price is too high and so on, basically what you can do is buy this off eBay and so on. Make sure it has Arduino bootloader, as some of them are very cheap, they don't have Arduino bootloader and so on like that, and that's a problem. Now what you can do is have instead of the main chip in your controller, what you can do is kind of disconnect the whole thing from there. So basically what you can do is assign to your analog pads and so on like that, or the buttons and so on like that, some buttons from these. And basically with Arduino software, what you can do is this one is going to provide any, basically if somebody press, let's say D13 or D11 or so on like that, basically D mean digital pin and A mean analog pin, A1 or so on like that. And I think you may be able to see this. Okay, I will have the image right here so you can see it properly. Now the A basically over here you can see the A basically they mean analog, and they have up to 13 digital pins and so on like that. And basically the whole thing can connect through a USB, and it provides the whole thing. I will have a project for you in the description, basically to use an Arduino as a controller. And basically what the cool thing about this is, basically if you click one button, let's say D13, basically you can assign that button as to be something like a keyboard, like ASW, ASWD, so and so on, like this, basically WASD, whatever you want to say, or the arrow keys. And basically what you can do with this one is just assign those. Basically you can kind of make your own keyboard and so on like that. But in a way, this one is going to be like connected to the joypad and so on, and this is going to be the brain afterwards. The main chip is not going to be the brain. This one is going to be the brain. I have, as these pins you can see, I have sorted these one. By default, they don't come with these sorted. There, most of them you will see. Some of them will with sorted. Some of them are not. If it's not, and it is pretty quite slim size, as you can put in inside the controller, have some tape around it and so on. But I will have the project for you in the description too, converting the Arduino to a USB what's called a USB controller, a joypad, and basically playing your games through there. But most of them if this as for a project, it will work out perfectly. But like he said that he wants to convert that to that. The hard part is about how the structure, the whole thing works. That controller is assigned for a PS3, less for another console, and that console knows what kind of connection it uses. Like same thing like a car key and a house key is very different, because the car key won't work in with your house key. You can't open that your house with a car key. So it's basically same thing scenario. If it's analog or digital, that is too. But the type of information it provides to the whole thing, like from your joypad to your console, basically is very different. It provides different kind of information. If you find the chip information, if you open the joypad and try to find the information about the chip, they're probably using a PIC or ARM processor, ARM chip or so like that, in there. But I don't know exactly as from which year the controller is. But I can say that you can get one of these and basically have your own joypad. Basically you can build one yourself, or use the main one. Just solder some wires to all the connectors of the joypad, and basically you will have this one. And basically this one is going to be the brain, and you can control any games or anything like that. But if that's as a project, but you can get controllers off eBay very cheap, as the main one USB directly connected to your controller. But some of them are wireless one. They will cost a bit more. But if this for a project, I have the links in the description, so you guys can do how you want it and so on. You want to learn programming, that requires programming and a bit of electronics and so on like that, skills. But I would recommend, if you have none of those skills, basically if you want to learn it, you can go ahead with it and buy one of these. It's called Arduino Nano. There's Uno and there's Mega and a few different models, but all ends up to do you have any electronic skills and so on like that. But you can get those cheap controllers off eBay and try those, and what do you think about the whole thing. uh, Basically that's directly uh, without any issues you will have, and it will directly work with the computer, and you can play any game you want. They will cost around maybe £3 to £5. And this project, if you're building and so like that, this one you get maybe this one £1 or £2 or so like that. And the wiring, then the soldering, all that, it will cost you over £10, basically maybe over £20 to get something built like that. But aside from that, if you guys have any questions, let me know what you guys think about the whole thing. And thank you guys for watching. Thanks for your support. Please follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Links in the description and right here. Basically you can if you guys have any issues or anything related to a project, you guys can send me a message to there, and I can make a video about the whole thing and show you more, give you more information providing within the video. It's already 11 minutes, but yes, basically that's how the whole thing will work. And thank you for guys for watching the whole video, and I much appreciate the whole you guys watching. I do apologize, I had to move a lot of stuff, and I had to build it upstairs back, so we will have a longer storage for our kitchen that is upstairs. But yeah, thanks again for watching. Take care guys, peace.